Hi bakers! I am very excited to bring you the most delicious breakfast cake, or honestly really any time of the day cake. Today I will be baking a blueberry coffee cake. If you're looking for a great comfort cake that will appeal to the young and to the old, from the picky eaters to the foodies, this is it. My husband, he doesn't even like blueberries, but he still loves this cake. I hope you surprise your family on a nice sunny weekend morning with this blueberry cake fresh out of the oven. This cake is the stuff that family memories are made of. To make the streusel, aka the crumb topping, combine the 1 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1 1/2 cup of flour with the 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and last but not least, the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Mix well until all the dry ingredients are well combined. Then add the 1 cup of grated cold butter. Using grated cold butter is my preferred method of cutting butter into dry ingredients. Cutting butter into dry ingredients is defined as incorporating the butter into the flour in such a way that little lumps of raw butter remain somewhat whole within the flour mixture. Once you stir the grated butter into the flour mixture, gently use your fingertips, a fork, or a pastry cutter to make the actual crumbs. I find using grated butter versus using chunks of butter makes a much more tender crumb because you are having to work the flour a lot less to cut the butter in. Now that your crumbs are made, put them aside in a cool place while you make the cake batter portion. Now it is time to make the blueberry cake batter. In a standing mixer, combine the soft butter and sugar together. Beat the 3/4 cups of very soft butter with the 1 1/4 cup of sugar until very light and fluffy. This can also be done by hand or with a hand mixer. I normally like to cream the butter and sugar together for a good 5 minutes. To the butter and sugar mixture, add the 3 large eggs one at a time. Mix well after each addition. Add the 2 teaspoons vanilla extract and beat well. Now in a medium mixing bowl, combine the 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Add these dry ingredients in combination with the 3/4 cup of sour cream. You will be adding the flour in 3 portions and the sour cream in 2. It is very important for food science reasons, which are too boring to explain, to always start and end with a flour mixture. And yes, baking is a science. I mean, it's the funny uncle of science, but it's still a science. Once you have all your flour and sour cream mixed in, be sure you do not overmix. Overmixing will just develop the gluten in the flour and give you a tough, dry cake. Now you are ready to fold in 2 cups of blueberries. I must always use frozen berries for blueberry cakes and muffins. This is just a personal preference. The reason I use frozen berries is because it cuts down on the berries getting crushed or bleeding while folding them into the batter. You can still absolutely use fresh berries. Once your 2 cups of berries are folded in, you should have 1/2 cup of blueberries left over. Spoon the batter into a greased and lined 13 by 9 pan. The batter will be a little thick, so be patient while spreading it evenly. Once you have the batter spread evenly, now take the 1/2 cup of reserved blueberries and place them on top of the batter while tapping them down a little with a fork. Now you are ready to add everyone's favorite part of a coffee cake, the crumb. Distribute the crumb evenly on top. Be sure and use a light touch so the crumb stays loose and tender. Bake in a 375-degree oven for 45 to 55 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean and the top is nice and golden. Cool on a wire rack for at least 45 minutes. Be sure and generously sift a layer of powdered sugar on top once cool.
Lining up for the penalty kick. This could decide the game. Here's the kick, and it's...
We interrupt this live broadcast to bring you some breaking news. Our channel has just received this footage of the creepy cake stalker. He is neither armed nor dangerous, unless you happen to have cake. Do not try to apprehend this suspect. Please keep a lookout for the creepy canine and report any sightings in the comment sections below. Thank you!
I hope you will all try making this simple but memorable cake. Please let me know in comments if you enjoyed my video. Also let me know if you have any ideas for future videos. Happy baking!